Oh, so much stuff. So much. What a mess, what a mess. Okay. Jeep set up. What time is it right now? 5:10. Okay, it's early. It is early. Ah. Skinner. Man, I should buy some Skinners on this Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Oh, I don't know how the sound is right now. Oh no, the chat disappeared. Hold up, I gotta change that setting real quick. Oh, you're a bot. You're a bot. Oh man, what a... Get that bot shit out of here. Twitch got bots again? No. BGA. Go with that. Speed mod system. Pro. See, hopefully path's not too slippery tonight. I think it got too small. circle. Still got 95. No, it still should be sound. Still should be sound. Terrible steps. I mean, those were meant more for freestyling anyway. Okay. So, where is my... Let me check my leg strappers in here. Leg strap is not in here. So we got the one I'm not using anymore. Alright, I'll deal with that for... No, this is the one. This Just the one. Okay. Start tracking the calories and the movements. Let me take out my wallet. Okay. Don't try to do too late. Damn. You know, a lot of these charts, they were never meant to be played as for like, you know, speed. It was more for freestyling. Like a challenging freestyling type chart. Okay. Alright. Pull that back. Damn, that grade dropped my percentage by 12 or 0.12%. No. Yeah. 0.012%. Alright, single. I feel like this is an 18. little bit faster. Yeah, 98 is actually decent. 98 was decent. Yeah, I believe I can 99 that. So much going on in this chart sale. Okay. managed to get a 96. I feel like bullshit. Need more tape. See, I should have put it up to 800, but let me see how I do right now. Somehow mess up the foot switch. I feel like I killed, no. I don't think I killed my 99. I would have had a higher 98. Yeah, that's 2 misses. Let's see how that look on doubles. Let's see how that looks. It probably make more sense on doubles than singles. What a choke. So got dropped hard. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna speed that up. Because I felt like I was good. The run came up and I was fine. Until that last crossover going from like up to down, and like I got mixed up. I couldn't read it no more after that. So 8 night. Salt got dropped too many times. That was still good. Five, 6-2-1-5. Next time, next time. I should knock out line. I've done another one. how I did this no bar. I used a full perfect combo this with no bar, and I was just a different animal back then. Yeah, 20 years ago, I was full perfect full combo in this. Better. Yeah, I'll definitely get used to those times. should be able to 99 this. Easy 99. Seven, 1, and 1. I got a good somewhere? Oh, easy 99. I could probably quad that after a few tries. Okay. Has it been 30 minutes yet? Yeah, 30 minutes. All right, time to move up in the world of skill. On this Cyber Monday. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Why not? Man. All right. So I got the first turn right. I didn't get the second turn right. Man, that would have been a 99. Or at least a high 98. Should have did the circle. Did the spin. Something got dropped. Okay, boo. Welcome. Hey, yo, thank you for stopping by on this Cyber Monday. Hey, what? Hey, you grab anything for Cyber Monday? like while on the stream, I grabbed like 3 things, and I grabbed 3 things. One, I'm taking a risk on the arcade cab. Marvel, the new Marvel beat 'em up game that just released, and see the new Marvel game that was quietly released, as well as a Steam Lab subscription. But how you doing, my man? You still around? How's everyone doing this Cyber Monday? Are you actually spending money? Because are you spending money because this is probably they're saying this is probably will be like the biggest, which is odd. It's probably going on like the biggest record, like the biggest, the most spent money for a Cyber Monday ever, which is not saying much because real talk, most of the purchases is on the buy now pay later plan. Like I did that with the arcade cab that I just bought. Yeah, I'm gonna be like I'm starting to do that again now that I'm gonna earn, like I'm starting to get back to the motion of actually earning funds now that I got a truck that works, that's not breaking down, that pass smog again. Because basically all year, and yeah, this is probably my first time doing like a regular weekday stream, like on a Monday in a long, long time. I'll say a year and a half, maybe longer than yet. Yeah, maybe longer than that. Or it's definitely been a long, long time since I did like a mid-afternoon stream. I mean, usually if Big Daddy Earl was coming over, me and him would do the stream like midday. But this is like, but since he haven't been around for a cool minute, and I've just been doing things on my own, like this is like the first like time in a while that I've done like a stream in the afternoon. It feels good, and it feels good because like I went out, I did my grind stuff, and like I had to do like a bunch of other stuff. I did like a lot today, and I was able to go out, earn some pennies, and feel comfortable enough from doing that to stream midday for like an hour or two. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. I would say wait till round one gets theirs. And then you got to ask yourself, all right, do you want to be dealing with data? Yeah, you got to ask yourself two questions when it comes down to making these purchases. Which is, do you want to deal with data? And I'm talking about in the sense if you just like grab a cab from someone that's selling it, because there are a few of the old HD cabs starting to come up for sale. And round one is gonna be getting their calves come next year, maybe January, February ish. And you got to ask yourself, okay, how much are you going to commit? And this is if you buy this game. How much are you going to commit to playing it at home? As well as, are you going to use it for business at some point? And I think for a lot of folks, because what ended up happening is, like they buy you know, the cab come up for sale, they end up buying it, and I would say they probably put in like the time and effort and work for, I'd say 8 months. 8 months until like something else comes up and like they start to you know, the time started to wind down on how much they playing on the game that they bought, because they either bought something else, or they just it's just a time constraint. And what ended up happening, and this happened with me, you know, you end up like playing public, and the public machine more than your own cab. Because for a while I was playing more at like places like X Lanes and or Round One than my own cabs I have here at the warehouse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and 3K for a cab is pretty damn good because they don't come up often. They don't come up often, so if you were trying to buy, you know, a cab, like an HD popping cab, and he got something just sitting, I'd say jump on that. No, jump on that. You can get on buy now, or at least with Google. If you got like PayPal credit, you can like do a actually no, yeah, you can do a plan. No. You can do like, you can use PayPal credit to buy the cab, but you can't do the buy now pay later, because anything that's over $1,500 will not qualify, and not everyone knows that. Um, And the question is like, yeah, would the investment be worth it if you put it in public? Because I feel like the only way that popping will appeal to people, because it's a dope game. It's hot. But in order to compete with round one, like you gotta have like Onion Mix running. If you got like Onion Mix or did your own Onion Mix run it and you run that in public, I feel like that's the only way you will compete with like a public cab that's on official networks. There is no way. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not financially. It's not a financial guarantee that you buy a popping cab and you're gonna run on data, and there's a round one in your city. Like 2-3 years ago, that was possible. Currently, right now, with the situation going on, yeah, that cab ain't gonna get that love. That cab ain't gonna get that love unless it's Onion Mix, and that's like that's my straight up opinion. In fact, people forget that Factory T Bar had popping. Factory T Bar had popping music that everyone requested and asked for. He got it, no one played it. I don't think it was an HD cab either. I think it was an SD cab. He got it, no one played it. Same thing with DDR SD. Yeah, same thing with DDR SD. Like no one played it, like no one, and it's very very unfortunate. And he just finished selling the DDR cab. He just finished selling his red cab because he invested with the Konami cab. Hey, what up, King? What's going on with you, my man? Happy Cyber Monday. Hope you bought some goodies today, because I know I did. And so the question is, are you screwed when it comes down to competition? Everything depends on what your arcade has to offer. Like, if you got a bunch of rhythm games, and you're trying to compete with round one, you're not going to win. And I learned that it's unfortunate that I learned that way too late. Back when Game Server Ball Cedar, or Kenshin as I call him, was telling me, hey, you don't need to be buying all these DDRs and pump it up. That's something gonna come later. You need to be investing in like some candy cabs and all that. And I was just like, whatever, dude. Candy cabs is gonna be around all the time. And he was like, no, but the price is going up. I was literally like, whatever, I'm not interested. He was offering me cabs. No, he was offering me like PCBs, like Bug Princess 2 and all that stuff. He was offering me these cabs like when they were like under like $500, $700, and I was just completely ignoring them because I was like, oh yeah, they're on eBay. They're always going to be around. So I'm going to be fine. I'm not even tripping because there's plenty of these PCBs. None of these nerds are going to turn their attention to all of these fighting games, these Hellbilly shooters and all that. I am fine. I don't have to worry. Wow, was I wrong? Why am I foolish? And I got a lesson real quick. I'm humbled because Game Nest offered me some New Nest City. They were pretty beat up, but they offered me some New Nest Cities two New Nest Cities at a good price. But man, I got a harsh lesson because trying to buy that stuff now, like I'm spending like double, damn near triple the price. when, like, I jumped in the game back here in 2017. Okay. Okay. And that's another thing right there. So if you got something that round one's now offering, because round one's now offering, and this is what I was going on with. Because round one is not going to have candies. They're not going to be offering unique games. They're not going to be offering like unique like fighting games anymore. They don't got like most of them. Most of them don't even have Marvel vs. Capcom 2. They're not gonna have CBS 2. They're not gonna have Soul Calibur 2, or any of the fighting games. They'll be running like the Tycho X Live stuff. And that's cool and all, but there's hacks out there where you can run like a multi with like the Tycho X Live and all that stuff with like all the games, including the Dreamcast games. But you got to offer something that round one don't have, like ITG. And you were saying that you ran a 2DX, a legacy 2DX, down there, and it's decent. It made decent. You said it made decent amount, and because that's another thing. If you're able to, if you're able to get enough plays to pay off the cab over time, yeah, you're fine. You're fine. But that's why I always say, when it comes down to rhythm games, in order to compete with round one, you gotta be offering, like you gotta offer the foot traffic something unique, something different. Even with good pads, you gotta offer them something that they can't go the round one for. Because at this point, and me and Henny of Factory T-Bar, we had this conversation. Because he always worried, like we had the conversation about like round one. And I always tell him like, well dude, because when he was worried about Pump It Up. And I'm telling him, well, the round one cab, the round one Pump It Up pads and all that is trash. Alright. The only reason why players will go to round one to play Pump It Up is for the social experience. If any player is serious, they're going to Factory T-Bar. And Factory T-Bar, they got the ITG, they got the Pump It Up. People are always on it. People are always on that Pump It Up because it's the best Pump It Up in town. And he's still making money off of it. He got to get rid of his My Minds now because, well, everybody's at round one playing My My on the official Sega network. And in order for him to compete with them, because we had this conversation before, he got to drop 33K, and he done made his money back. He done made his money back off the two My DXs that he has. But now he got to drop 33. He's forced to, because unless he's running Omnimix, he's not gonna be able to compete with round one. I think even with Omnimix, he wouldn't be able to compete with round one because everybody's on My all day. Why would you play My? The only reason, look, the only reason anybody will play My Legacy is if they're playing at a con. The majority of stuff that was in, the majority, not all, but the majority of stuff that was in My Legacy is in My DX. And My DX is a better game, better cab, better game. Like I can't even sit there and be like, oh man, it's like no. It's worth the money. Everybody's on it. They have no reason to play my legacy. You know what I'm saying? Not when my DX is there with a bigger song list, better shit, and events. And getting updates. Legacy is not getting updates unless you getting hooked up with the Chinese folks. And I've heard some things about them because they are watching you unless you are connected with the Chinese server, which they are sending out updates to my legacy, but it's at a cost. Like, yeah, legacy is useless. It's good for home. It's good for home. I feel like I need that faster. But yeah, as I was saying, you don't need my legacy anymore. Unless you're playing it, not in public. Unless you're playing it at home, or you're playing on the Chinese servers. And let's see. So, the SC community have been looking for a prime era PIU because everyone has been so tired of Phoenix. Yes. And you've been trying to convince your boss to have a Candy Cavs. He's kind of on a redemption boat. And I don't blame him. Redemption games make money. Alright? And yeah, you definitely gotta be real, like, diverse. I don't blame any arcade company or any arcade businesses, not company, any arcade businesses that is investing in redemption games because they make the most money. The only way, and I'm saying it with confidence, the only way that your boss is going to invest in, like, if the only way you're going to invest in the Candy Cab or any kind of fighter, if they're getting it under a grand. If they can get it under a grand with the PCB and all that and all, they'll buy it. They'll definitely buy it. Or someone else like yourself gotta put their money up. You will have to put your money up and it's like a bet, it's like a gamble, and try to do a split. How much money can come in? That's also a possibility. But yeah, like the players looking for something outside, and I already knew this. Like I I legitimately call the Phoenix situation a year ago. You know, the main reason why you don't see me play, you know, Phoenix as much, because yo, I think I played even with the new update out. I only played like the game like twice. I only played like the Phoenix in the new update like twice, because Animero dropped the ball for Rise, and I get that. But not only they dropped the ball for Rise, like I was explaining to people, and I said on my stream like a few times, this is like the first. Not only is the first, this is like the first like plain Stepman like pump it up game where it's just the game and that's it. There's no events. You know, there was no events. There was nothing that involves like the world or anything like that. This was just Phoenix was just a beta. And it was a fine beta. It was a fine beta, but at the end of the day, it was just a beta. And this is probably like the first pump it up game where it ended it ended like poorly. It ended on a dud. Like every pump game before that, it ended nice. But this one, it ended on a dud. And I feel like players are just they're over Phoenix. They don't hate Phoenix, but they just done with it. Like Animero didn't give Animero didn't give players a reason to play. And I've been saying this since 2024. Like since 2024, like after year one, I was pretty much like, you know, I'm just playing this. I was just playing this game just to get titles. At this point, like I'm playing this game to get titles. I'm getting handed like songs and step chart. I don't have no reason to work for nothing. There's no missions. There's nothing. So this is like the first pump game where it felt more casual. Song wise, music wise, step chart wise, better than okay, outside K-pop, it was better than Double X, but other than that, yeah, it like, and I said this on my last stream, you can't compare. It's hard to compare Phoenix to Double X now. Double X was like a whack ass mix, but it was only whack because it was 4 years. It was 4 years, and Animero didn't come with enough revivals as it should. Well, so on this Cyber Monday, I bought myself a Nova Blast. You should look that up. I felt like the Nova Blast. I'm still gonna buy myself a regular Sega Blast in an Astro City, but I decided to invest in a Nova Blast just to see what's up. You know what? Why not? I got too many earlies doing the slowdown. But yeah, you're not gonna find cheap. You're not gonna find cheap PCB for a popular game, unless the game is just jank. Is in a Woody, and some people, because what ended up happening is a lot of people that have this stuff, they're not in the community, so they don't know the value of that stuff. So they just end up like just selling it. So they be thinking like the game or the cab they got is like worth the same price that they bought it for. Like they bought it at like 20 years ago. So you know, some people got some rare, like a few rare candy cabs came up earlier this year. They would regularly sell like at 3,000, 4,000. And like the person was like selling at basically 1,200, and people just jumped on it immediately. And by the time the person, because one of the people, like me and them, we communicated, and he got to me. He was telling me he had like seller remorse, because what the person paid for, it was like 1,200. But he looked up the price, and he was like, "Oh man, I could have got like 4,000 for this." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." I wasn't like, because by the time me and him communicated, he was like, "Oh man, like, you know, to someone on their way right now to pick it up, they're on their way to look at it. If you don't sell it, I'll sell it to you." I'm like, if he was selling at like 3,000, I think the person would come out and look at it and just not buy it. But since it was so cheap, like, I feel like whoever bought it basically told him like the actual price after they got the cab in their possession. And then he went to look it up and instantly had regret. Well, it's not that insane. It depends on the condition of the cab. Because some people just want to get rid of the cab. The DDR inflation price for cab, that is gone. And I'm glad it's gone. Please never come back. Ever. Ever, ever. You will not be missed. I will piss on your grave. Still rough. Alright, won this. So many perfects. Definitely not 19 in my view. No more. Oh, no. I think 400 will work. Mini 40%. Yeah, soft land chart. You know what soft land chart is? You're about to see it right now. Okay. That's a big jump. This is not soft land. Oh man. I felt like I need to speed that up because I rushed that whole end. That was so many earlies. But yeah, this is one of those soft land charts. It's probably the worst soft land chart that's in Pump It Up ever. I don't think Pump It Up has a soft land chart that's worse or harder than that. No, compuntation. Or compuntation. I can't pronounce this. Say compunction. This is another soft land chart. But I think it's only on doubles with the soft land. Yeah, I think it's only on doubles with the soft land. And I forgot how bad it is. Like this is like the other handsome character that must pass. Okay. it wasn't that bad because I got on 600. It's okay you wasn't born. The mix don't matter, is what the cab matters. The cab and the condition of it. I gotta see my notification or the notification screen should be showing up. I have not updated that in 2 years. Alright, one more light, and then I'm gonna go hard for the rest of the train. Time for some nigga shit. Alright, nice 98. It's 99. I haven't played that in forever. I could probably get that down to like 7 or 8 full combo. Okay. Oh yeah, another soft land. Ugh. You know what, just to try it out. I'm probably gonna fail it, because this is another soft land chart. Yeah. All right, 700 was too fast. I knew I should have had it at and the speed up's not even that hard. It just you gotta be able to remember it. And there's one more speed up. Yeah, you gotta know the chart in order to yeah, I remember that one. I just don't remember the first. The first one is just a pretty straightforward drill. Also, not everyone probably knows the term soft land or soft land. So I'll explain that term. Everybody knows dropping soul. That's when I get a miss. But soft land is the official term from 2DX that reference the song Soft Land on the Body. It's I believe it's from First Style. It's either first or second style. It wasn't third style. I can't quite remember. But basically, what Soft Land means, it was basically the first song where it's all like, it's one of those songs that used to piss me off because it starts off smooth and slow. Because it's basically, in my opinion, I believe it's the first gimmick song in 2DX. Hence why it goes to the term, because it'd be all soft, easy, and smooth, and then it just sped up. And I think the timing was never right on it. I don't think they ever fixed it, and I'm not sure if it's still on the game now. I said I was going to cut it up. Let's go with. No, PS2. Maybe the full. Maybe crayon. I'm trying to find, do some outsider. Hold up. Time to mess this up, because this has got gimmicks and warps. gonna try that again. If this is one of those sharks where it's broken, I gotta see if it's broken. I hope it's not broken. I was never good as a shark. So, I see if it's broken. I got the first bracket freezes, but not the second. That's a weird ending too. Okay. Better than usual. All right. I gotta cut this up. I need more speed. I failed. What do you mean it's frustrating? So I don't know what you mean. What do you mean that you don't have access to it? What does that mean? Because I mean the Air Japan stuff is still around. But you gotta explain to me what do you mean you don't have access? Because, and folks, this is me being the teacher. You have to explain yourself. What do you mean you don't have access? Do you mean you don't have access? Or the correct term is you can't find the right links? Because I know Aaron Japan got all the records with, I think the photos are still being hosted on the site. He got those up. But you're looking for the official stuff, you're just not looking at the right places. I mean, I can find you. Okay, it's frustrating because I'm well aware there are scores out there. I just have no idea how or where to find them because either A, a form is down, or B, they're buried within the four. And that's another thing. What do you mean that the scores on Air in Japan? This is another thing because this is where you're disconnected. What do you mean that the scores on Air in Japan are outdated? Because I'll tell you right now, the scores and stuff that was put up by like Chris and all that stuff, those are still valid today. The majority of people have not even given an attempt to break those records. A lot of the records on there, especially on the stream, are 100% legitimate and 100% valid even today. The reason being, no one plays 1X. And even then, the new generation of players coming in, like Demo, Flash, and all that, they wasn't playing Oni. Like, they can't read 1X. They never did. They never did. Like, the only thing that some of those players that got like some that you know legacy players, they're not the golden age players. They're more like legacy players in my view. They're part of the golden age of ITG more than anything. But they all did Legend Road, and that's it. They didn't do no freaking Road to Slow. Some of them did Demon Road 2 and Road to Oni, the other Demon Road, and not Demon Road 1. Because by the time most of them were up to that skill level, like they couldn't even find Max 2. But yeah, like, Road to Slow, Road to Oni, Road to Legend, those are the courses that they were playing. But if you're trying to find something from like, some of those other courses, everything that was on Area in Japan is valid. And if you're looking for the official stuff, you need to be going to VJ Army. Well, the A20 and the A20 courses, well, most of that stuff is available. I mean, most of that's anything that had a world record. Someone got pictures or videos of that. That's not. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Let me help you out real quick. Wait, no. Let me play this, then I'll help you out. No, actually, no. You come back on Wednesday, on Eat a Dick Wednesday. I should be doing a 4-panel stream then. We'll do DDR talk then. You better find it. I better not give you a link because I know where the shit is. Because I know where the super. And plus, you're not even including the supernova shit. So get out of here with that. But you got homework, boo. Like, the score the whole line. You know what? I give you a supernova. Ugh. There you go. All right. So that link right there will take you to the official Supernova 1 ranking for both nonstop, yeah, both nonstop and Oni. And it'll show you all the score that was submitted during that time. Well, I just told you, you're not going to VJ Army. Because VJ Army has all this information. But that's what I'm saying, you're young. Not only you're young, and that's another thing. Since I'm a librarian technically, since I have a master's in it. Not many people know that. Like information and stuff like that, I look for it. So that's why I was able to hit you with that link because I have that, and that's why I can sit there and tell you, yeah, you go to VJ Army, the official links, because you're trying to look for stuff for extreme. The thing is, with the extreme ranking, because of the glitch, when it came down to Legend Roll as well as a Neo Naoki Standard, they had to end ranking early because the whole thing got janked up. So there's people that were playing Legend Roll that didn't have the proper amount of points. It was on a lower scale for a reason, and there was people that was ranking high on Neo Naoki Standard for reasons, as well as other courses that people did the glitch to change some of the score levels on the chart. Yes. Oh, do y'all feel like doing that? Nah. Let's. But yeah, more 4-year-old talk on Wednesday or whenever I do another 7-man stream. I got to sue fast. I'll probably need to do that 780. Drop soap in the middle. Oh, it's been like 2 hours? Okay. What is that? Oh, was it prawn? I think it was prawn too. still got this too slow. Like 800s is not fast enough for this song. So hard, so fast. Second 95, Jesus. You know what? I haven't. You know, I'm probably gonna call it a night after this song. See if I can get 80% on this. that 860? Damn. And it still feels like it's too slow. Like 860 is not fast enough. Oh, I thought that was at 7. I might have to go to 900. Man, big boost. I need to break 200 combo. You know what? I'm calling it a night tonight. Yeah. I'm out of here, y'all. Catch y'all up next time. Thank you guys for all who are here to watch. Thank you. Till tomorrow, I hope.